Good evening. Our top story tonight, people in Byron letting their voices be heard on who the next police chief should be.
And happening right now, a community forum taking place to meet the two finalists. Selecting a new chief is something city leaders have not had to do in over 2 decades. That's because Todd Murray has served as the chief for the last 23 years, but come March, he is set to retire. Murray has worked in law enforcement for over 39 years. Tonight, the two finalists at Byron City Hall are ready to meet the community before a final decision is made.
13 WREX spoke with Byron Mayor John Rickard when Murray's retirement was announced. He says Murray has been a staple in the community and that he wanted to give the public a chance to get an introduction as to who could be taking over the position next month.
And that's where we find our 13 WREX's Shannon Taylor, who joins us live at that public forum. And Shannon, you've been out in Byron speaking to residents all day. What are you learning so far?
Well, Brittany and Derek, things are kicking off right here in the Byron City Hall in the community room. As you can see behind me, things are just getting started as community members are piling in to hear about those two candidates that you guys just mentioned. One of them being Sergeant Jeremy Bailey from the Byron Police Department and the other Deputy Chief Jeffrey Wing from the Sycamore Police Department. Now, as they're here and as residents continue to pile in and learn about those two candidates, they'll be talking about themselves a little bit, telling the community who they are, and then also sharing their vision for what they want if they are selected for that new chief position, as we've been talking about all night long. Now, earlier, like you said, I've been in Byron all day speaking with those residents in the area, and they tell me that as they have been living here all their lives, there hasn't been much problems here in Byron, and if they did ever have to call the police department, they've had fast response times and made everyone feel safe. Now, as the current Chief Police Murray passes the baton to the next person, folks in the community say that they wished and hoped that the police presence continue.
I think they're doing just fine, honestly. You know, I don't have any major issues that needs changed or, some things you can complain about in the city, and it's really not the police department. There's council. So, right now, as far as the police department, I think they do a great job.
And as I mentioned earlier, that forum is just now starting at 5 o'clock and it ends at 6 o'clock. So I'll be here all night, and coming up on 13 News at 10, I'll be speaking with two of those candidates and even more residents as they await to hear their new police chiefs. Reporting live in Byron, I'm Shannon Taylor with 13 WREX.